and this is Killer Kyle, and welcome to Wheels of Fury. Welcome to the prequel. Yeah, we covered a lot so far.
Oh yeah.
They have 3 left anyway, so
Okay.
yeah. Number 4. So, since we are a wrestling show, or we talk about wrestling,
Yeah.
I thought about bringing this movie into the video.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was a pretty funny movie. Like, I mean, in this guy's standards, I think Hulk Hogan can be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I watched Mr. Nanny, that was okay. You know, this one, Suburban Commando, I don't know if you saw that one.
Right.
It was alright.
Yeah.
There's a few quotable lines. But this one was definitely where you saw the build to SummerSlam '89.
Yes.
So, I mean, this was kind of... And the fight scene at the end was just fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
No holds barred. And, yeah, man, this was cool. And, you know, Hulk Hogan, and he's a fighter, you know. And I can't remember the villain's name. He meets this boss, and the boss finally gets a fighter whose name is Zeus. Yeah, so maybe I don't remember a lot of the movie. It was a good movie, though. Like I said, the ending, definitely the fight in the garage.
Yeah.
But no holds barred, you know, it was basically that, you know, an action movie,
Oh yeah.
if you will, that had brought itself, you know, Zeus going on to the WWF,
Mm-hmm.
being a major wrestler at that time.
Yeah.
And, of course, his memorable promo with Randy Savage and Sherry in the cage, and yeah, talk about another coke-induced interview. And then, of course, you know, people are like, well, that's stupid. Why do you have a fictional character in the movie go on to the WWF and become a wrestler? Sergeant fucking Slaughter.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, actually no, he was a wrestler before G.I. Joe.
Mm.
But, no, this one was a good movie from what I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny, but Hulk Hogan go from Mr. Nanny to a Commando, and then No Holds Barred, and then
Sand with Muscles.
doing quite a few other movies. And there is the real unfortunate tragedy of Tropic Thunder.
Oh, you saw that? You didn't like it?
I mean, well, we were watching the reviews of
Oh,
it,
that's right. That's
and it's
right.
like,
Yes.
some scenes in the movie were pretty good, but for the most part, it just made no sense, and there's stupid stuff anyways.
Yeah.
My next choice is a movie that I've seen. It's a really good movie. It's scientific. The quandary of what would ever happen if werewolves and vampires ever did battle with each other. It's kind of along the lines of Twilight, but Twilight is more of a romantic movie, if you will.
Yeah.
This movie's a little more badass, let's say.
Yeah.
It's called Underworld.
Oh, yeah. Kate Beckinsale.
Yes. I know, right?
But I just saw a review of that movie actually yesterday. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the other ones, but I did see that one. Yeah, you know, the violence in that movie too. Like, my brother tried to get me onto some of them, and
Yeah.
that's one of the movies he showed me, and it was, you know, it really got me liking those kinds of movies. Cause,
Right.
I mean, just the whole thought of, okay, you can't really kill a vampire. You have to, well, do it in a special way, I guess.
Yeah.
They bite you, you become a vampire.
Mm.
So, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, the whole movie is really good. There's like 3 parts to it, I think. And but like, yeah, you got the Lycans, and you got the werewolves, and Kate Beckinsale is, I think, a hybrid of both.
yeah.
And like, somehow she ends up pregnant, and it's a mystery as to whether her baby will be hybrid like her, or whether it be just like a normal human being, a normal baby. And yeah, just a lot of people have just been curious as to like what would ever happen if vampires and werewolves did battle with each other. And you kind of get an answer to that with these movies. I mean, yes, it's a movie, so it's for entertainment, but and there's still, I'm sure, going to be that mystery in people's minds. But you know,
Yeah.
just the movie itself kind of gives you an insight into like what would actually happen if werewolves and vampires fought each other.
Yeah, for sure. Number 3. So this movie I saw recently. I was in my last hospital stay, and this was like, I've seen it obviously more times before that, and it's a very good movie if you're into that romantic comedy shit. I mean, it's not like what you would think of as a chick, like, I don't even know. It's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's pretty cool. It's got Ashton Kutcher in it, and the late Brittany Murphy, and I had a massive crush on her. Anyways, Just Married.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty cool because in the beginning it's like they're going through the airport and they're like fucking going at it, kind of, and then, you know, he drives her back to her mansion, well, her parents' mansion, and then she meets up with the girlfriend of hers, and they start talking, and then he goes into a radio show that he works at a radio station. So eventually he starts telling the story of how they met. Well, you know, you talk about opposites attract. So she obviously belongs to a rich family. They have a mansion and a butler and all this other shit too. He's like lower class. He, you know, family of divorce. You know, just kind of not, well, not like her side anyway. So it's totally opposite.
Yeah.
And so he accidentally kills her dog. Well, she has the white French bulldog that falls off the roof accidentally. No, he falls out the window.
Mm-hmm.
So Ashton lies about it, and then they go to Europe somehow. They get together, they get married, then they go to Europe on a honeymoon. They argue along the way, and they make up, and then they argue, and they make up. Then this boyfriend of hers, the ex-boyfriend, comes along, follows her to Europe, and then they somehow meet up, and then it's just a fucking whirlwind, and yeah, so bottom line is they get back together at the end of the movie. But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's a very jumbled movie.
Yeah.
Like, if you can follow along and kind of understand the concept of the movie, you'll probably like it. If not, well, you tried.
It's funny with Brittany Murphy, though, and I didn't really think about this until a few years ago, but I remember I was 10 when Clueless came out.
Right.
And she was in it, obviously. And I remember thinking, oh wow, she's pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, years later, I see Just Married, and then, yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of one of those celebrity crush things, but yeah, so she was in that movie, and then there was Uptown Girls, and then other movies that she was in, and then unfortunately her untimely death, and it was, yeah. So this was a good movie. Like, it really showed how they got together, and then how they broke up, and then how they got back together, you know. You have to see it.
Yeah. My next choice is a movie that I really enjoyed. It's a really good movie, and it's got a lot of action in it. There's a really good story to it. And if you're really into ancient Roman history and ancient Roman times, you'll probably like this movie. It came out in the early 2000s, I believe. It's a Russell Crowe movie.
Oh, The Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Sorry.
Yes, Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator's got fucking Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yep.
I didn't see the movie myself.
Yeah. I mean, at the beginning it's sad, but afterwards the story is just so... But just like, you have this character that both his wife and his son or daughter, I think it's son, end up killed, and he tries to get retribution on them, and he becomes a gladiator, and he fights, and not emperor, but like the high person, Joaquin Phoenix's character confronts him, and all this lovely stuff. It's a really good movie.
I'll have to watch it. So this next movie is a movie that I saw in, I think, grade 6, which I don't know if it was a movie to be showing someone in grade 6, but I also saw Apollo 13, so I can't really fucking judge.
Yeah.
This movie definitely is a classic, and there's a joke somewhere on Facebook, and it lists off everything that this movie is. You know, you want adventure, watch this movie. You want comedy, watch this movie. You want drama, you watch this movie. You want a wrestler in this movie, you watch this movie. Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah,
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
And this was a very good movie, you know, and it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, you know, it has a lot of everything in it, you know. You have some man named Batinkin playing Inigo Montoya. You got Andre the Giant, I forget his character, but they're trying to find the king that killed his father, and there's a big journey along the way. And there's another scene where you got, I can't remember, Carrie something or other, and he's the masked guy, and he sees this girl, and he's trying to get her, and a bunch of things happen, and like, it gets knocked out. You meet Billy Crystal as the old man, of the old woman, and then, you know, all that shit. It gets down to the guy who murdered Inigo's father. So Inigo Montoya comes in there in a classic sword fight. You know, he's got the sword, and he's like, "My name is Inigo Montoya.
You killed
my father. Prepare to die." And he just keeps on going and keeps on going. He gets stabbed as well, like, well, slashed or whatever. And an interesting fact about that is he was interviewed, Mandy Patinkin was interviewed, and he said his dad died of cancer when he was young. So when he did this movie, he had the sword fight in mind, and he's going, I'm pretending that this character was cancer. So he does the whole, they'll kill my father, prepare to die. He, you know, at the end of that, he has the sword. He's like, bring me back my father, you son of a bitch. And then he kills him. So, but this was a really good movie, you know. I think that I wish I had it on DVD, but I don't. But if you haven't seen it, I would
highly recommend it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing something about Andre the Giant. It's kind of like a documentary about his life.
Yeah.
And
we saw that together.
Yeah, we saw that together. And they were talking about The Princess Bride. And they were talking to the actress that played the princess. And they were talking about the scene where she falls out of the tower window and Andre was supposed to catch her. But he was in such rough shape, his back was hurting and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That they literally had to attach wires to her and lower her down and just have her kind of subtly land in Andre's arms because his body was in such bad shape that to actually have her like fall from that height and have him catch her probably would have just been not a very good scene, not a very good thing.
No.
And of course, you know, he's, 7 foot plus and 500 pounds, and she's probably 5'6", 150 roughly. Like, what could that done to him? Like, he was just such a hurting unit that they didn't want to risk. And, hurting her or hurting him more, stuff like that.
Yeah. And he's been in other movies as well, and I can't remember the one he was in, but I did see that one as well. And yeah, then hearing that he died shortly after.
Yeah.
And at that time, I didn't see a lot of his matches, but I knew of him. So to see the memorial on Monday Night Raw, and then him being the first inductee into the Hall of Fame, that was cool. And I think that when you look at Paul White, and Paul White said too, that Andre didn't look after himself. Tim White would say that, and Tim White didn't like that fact, and Vince didn't like that fact. So, and that's why Paul White is a lot older than Andre was when he died, is because Paul White fucking takes care of himself.
Yeah, yes, Paul...
Well, besides the smoking, but...
Well, yes, Paul was a big man, and he ended up, at one point, over 500 pounds. But then he was like, I can't do this. I can't keep living my life like this or whatever. And then, lost a bunch of weight. Ended up at 440 pounds. And then he ended up, I think, gaining it back or gaining some of it back or whatever. and then got himself together again, and got in really good shape, and got abs, probably for the first time in his life. Aside from probably when he was like 19, but anyways, yeah. I think he just was like, I live longer, I want to see, be there for my wife and kids, if I have kids.
He does.
I want to have some involvement with the wrestling business and behind the scenes stuff, training, whatever. Even though we don't really see him compete in the ring anymore, he's still probably gonna have some influence on the wrestling business.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. And the thing about Andre was, he was such a larger than life character, and he lived his life larger than life.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I look at myself, and, I tried that rock and roll lifestyle a while ago, and it didn't work out. So, you have to do things at least once in your life, and that way you know that it's not going to work for you.
Yeah. You do something and it fails. You try again and you fail. You might try again, and if you still fail, you either keep trying until you get it right, or you just forget about it and get it. But the craziest thing about it was, like, Andre's father died, so he went back to his home village for his father's funeral. And then, not a little bit, like, I don't know, 2 weeks later or whatever it was, Andre ends up dying himself. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Crazy.
My next choice is a movie that is very well done, very entertaining, really funny. If you are into comedies and also into movies that have something to do with, like, aliens and stuff like that, you'll probably like this movie. There's been 3 versions of this movie, and I saw the first one, I saw the second one for sure. I don't think I saw the third one, but still very good and very, very entertaining. Men in Black.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had a lot of versions of that, too.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw maybe a few clips, but
Right.
I didn't see the whole movie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was pretty good from what I did see.
Yeah.
It's another movie that Will Smith, I mean, he did a barrage of those movies, Independence Day, Bad Boys, fucking Wild Wild West, and then, Men in Black. So, I mean, this movie was good. Tommy Lee Jones, a veteran actor himself. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about them.
Yeah.
But
probably one of my favorite lines in the movie is, they bring in Will Smith, they train him for this secret society that deals with aliens and stuff like that, and once he's completed his training, he puts on the infamous black suit, if you will. Like, it's in this elevator, and he gets out of the elevator, and he's trying to get the attention of Tommy Lee Jones and I can't remember the other guy's name. He's Agent K or something like that. Anyways, Will goes, "You want to know the difference between you and me? I make this look good."
Yeah, that's a classic line in the movie.
Yeah.
There's another scene where, I don't know how to take it, but it's like the pug in the movie. He's supposed to be Well, they make his mouth move and computer generated, but he's a real pug.
Yeah.
So Tommy Lee Jones has him, and he's trying to shake information. I hope it wasn't very hard, but he's shaking information out of the pug, and he has a little smirk for some reason.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh, that's a real dog. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah. Tommy's he's asking Frank, I think that is the pug's name of it,
Yeah.
something, and he picks up the pug and he starts shaking him, and people are walking by staring, and Will Smith goes, oh, don't worry, the dog owes him money.
Yeah.
And of course, after being shaken, the dog goes, alright, I'll tell you. I can't remember what it was about, but yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, dog just owes him money. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure you see somebody shaking a dog on the street.
Beat their fucking ass.
Yeah, you want to beat their ass, or you'd be thinking, what the hell is that person doing shaking the damn dog?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, the dog owes him money. Okay, then.
Yeah. Number 1. So, my last movie, and I checked,
Mm-hmm.
but this movie definitely was, again, I mentioned it in the last year's video as an honorable mention, and I thought, what the hell? I'll go into more detail because I actually didn't go into more detail on it, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a very good trilogy. And when I was in the hospital 19 years ago for my sarcostomy, my parents came down and we had a marathon watching it, and that was special. And I saw all 3 of these movies in the theater. So Austin Powers,
Ah, yes.
you've got Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. You've got Austin Powers, The Spider Shaped Me. And then you've got Goldmember.
Yeah.
So the first one you have Austin Powers. Well, it's the International Man of Mystery. It's the first movie. You got him with Elizabeth Hurley. She plays Mrs. Kensington.
Right, yeah.
And, you know, they're trying to fight Dr. Evil. This movie had a lot of good lines.
Oh, yeah. Get in my belly!
No, that was the second one.
That was just something that came into mind.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like a James Bond movie, so
Basically, yeah.
you have, you know, number 2. In the beginning, he's like talking to all and introducing everyone to all the guys in the table.
Mm-hmm.
So Frank Farbissinen and, you know, Patty O'Brien.
Mhm.
It's like he's got this ring and that little special charm in it, whatever. He's like, oh, I they're always after me lucky charms. What? Why does everyone always love me to say that?
Yeah.
They're after me lucky charms. And then, of course, for permission, it's a television commercial, and, you know, it gets into that.
Yeah.
Of course, Will Ferrell plays the Indian guy. I can't remember his name.
Right. And they got Seth Green playing Dr. Evil's son.
Well, there's the joke. So, Will Ferrell gets sent down to the fires, and he's like, Dr. Evil. He's like talking, and Will Ferrell's like, I'm still alive. I'm very badly burned, and yeah, I'm gonna try to get up. Ah! So eventually, Dr. Evil calls somebody down, and he shoots Will Ferrell. But yeah, Seth Green is introduced as Dr. Evil's legitimate son. Yeah, and it was just a good movie. But then they had the second movie with Heather Graham, and it was a very good movie. You know, it was some new jokes, but more or less I think the third movie with Beyonce
Yeah.
had a lot of recycled material, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second movie was Fat Bastard,
Mm-hmm.
and that was, and you know, you talk about the Grinch and Jim Carrey being put in all this makeup, and I can't imagine somebody being put in a fat suit.
Oh yeah.
How fucking hot it is in there.
Portraying a character in a fat, like a really overweight person, being in a fat. Oh yeah. Really funny scene in the movie. I think it's the second one, right? I think it's the second one where Austin Powers get information from Fat Bastard about something or whatever, and of course Fat Bastard is a sumo wrestler, and
Oh, yeah.
Austin's hiding in the laundry thing where they with all the, I forget what they're called.
Yeah, it's a Japanese restaurant. That was the third movie, and oh yeah, it was Buddha, I think. A fountain.
No.
No.
No, Austin's hiding in the laundry thing
Okay.
and taking off their sumo thong things and putting them in the laundry, and Fat Bastard takes off his and throws it in. It's like, I think I made a stinky in that one or something. And
Yeah.
Austin jumps out. And yeah.
Yeah.
And of course you got Vern Troyer, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
It's Mini-Me.
Yeah, that guy definitely stole the show.
Oh, yeah.
The sounds he made in the movie. The fucking, you know, you have the fight with him and Austin Powers,
Yeah.
and he's like, peace. He's like,
Yeah, the little finger. And Dr. Evil's got one of those hairless cats. And
yeah, the Sphinx. Well, first there was a white Persian,
yeah,
and then it became a Sphinx after he got biologically frozen.
yeah, the Sphinx, and then they got Mini-Me, and they give one to put one on Mini-Me, or no, Mini-Me's lap, and he goes to start nibbling on the cat.
Would you like a kitty?
Yeah.
Or would you like, oh no, we don't, we stroke him. We love him.
Mini-Me goes to bite him, and he's like, no, don't bite him in the ear. It's like, no. I would say one of my favorite scenes in Austin Powers movie, I think it was like the third one maybe,
Yeah.
where Austin Powers and Mini-Me are in this big tent. They got like a lantern on,
Yes.
and Mini-Me's pulling stuff out of this like bag, and there's like just a bunch of stuff, and Austin's bent over, and there's a shadow on the outside. Looks like Mini-Me's pulling stuff out of Austin's ass, and
Yeah. This scene in the second, it was the first movie, because a lot of vagina was in there. And it cracked my younger brother and I up. We had to, you know, keep on watching it while I didn't watch it. It's like, you know. And I asked for sharks with laser beams attached to their heads. I want sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads. Throw me a frickin' bone here.
yeah. $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hip. I'm cool. Fucking me, fuck you. There's a rumor that he's gonna do a fourth movie.
Right.
I just don't know when. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be cool and everything, but at the same time, yeah, he's in his 50s, and I don't know how well that would actually work.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it was still, it's the best trilogy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
One of the best trilogies, I
Yeah,
think.
for
So,
sure.
I mean, and yeah, I'd probably watch it all again. It's hard to like not watch one without the other two.
Oh yeah, I know.
So,
Next up for me, a movie that is animated that is actually probably one of my favorite movies. I'm sure we've talked about this before, maybe little bits in that, but not gone into full detail about it. The movie itself, in general, is really funny, and I would say it's probably, well, like Austin Powers, another one of Mike Myers' best movies.
Oh, yeah.
Shrek.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Like all three of them, or just?
I mean, you could go all through them, but I just put Shrek down and talk, go all three or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the first one and you think, a lot of people that I've actually watched do reviews on that movie or
Yeah.
didn't like it. They didn't get the humor.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. I think that, yeah, they do take pot shots at Disney movies. I could care less.
Right.
I just liked it because, yeah, it was that humor.
Oh, yeah.
You could have something that was for children, at the same time there's innuendos there for adults, so
Yeah.
they're not sitting there and being bored as fuck.
Right.
So I mean, it was cool to see Cameron Diaz and Mike Myers just like being animated and watching their characters, because you don't know what the other character is until I'm sure you watch their final product.
Yeah.
The interesting thing, and I probably mentioned it in the last video we did, Chris Farley was supposed to be Shrek.
Yes.
And, just kind of, he died, and Mike Myers was called to do the movie. And yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I think that John Lithgow as Captain Farquaad. By the way, that's another thing too. I don't know how the fucking censors got away with that.
Farquaad.
Farquaad. Or as adults would say, fuckwad. So, yeah, I don't know. But it was pretty cool. I mean, the musical montage at the end of, that was the first one. Not quite sure, but there it is. I think the Halloween special was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really did like that, actually, more than the movie. The Christmas one, there's one for that. But yeah, this was a good movie, and I don't know if they would ever consider doing another one.
Right.
I think that Shrek has definitely run its course. I don't think it's as popular as it once was, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, there's the music montage at the end of the first movie that was really well done. Then, of course, you've got the infamous scene where Shrek's by himself in his home in the swamp, and Fiona is about to marry Lord Farquaad, and they're showing their back and forth like Shrek and Fiona. And of course, the infamous song that was played during that sequence is Hallelujah.
Yeah, it was an okay movie. If you're, I'd probably see it again, but it wouldn't be like on my top priority of movies to watch.
Well, yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Justin Timberlake is pretty good in the third one too.
Right, yeah.
But anyways, this has been the top, well now, whatever number this is going to be,
Yeah.
movies and the sequel. So that was fun. I'm glad we did this.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, there was a lot more. We talked about maybe 2 movies that we talked about in the last one, but that's okay. I mean, we'll eventually do even more TV shows.
Yeah.
You know, we might do that. There's a lot of that. But next week, we'll be right back into wrestling. We're going to talk about NXT TakeOver UK, Cardiff.
Cardiff, yeah.
Yeah, so look forward to that. And then after that, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, we'll think about it and figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah.
We'll think about it. Actually, you know what? We're going to talk about top 15 favorite matches.
Okay.
Part 2. So, yes, this was an awesome video. And, yeah, for me, Matt. And I got Killer Kyle. And, yeah, we'll talk to you next week. Deuces.
Bye.